Can I guess every Oscar winner wrong? I'm not trying to do a bingo board here. I want to see if I can get every single one of them. For Best Actor, I'm going to guess Ralph Fiennes because of the whole thing about some Academy voters intentionally voting against him. That's a whole can of worms we're not going to get into today. For Best Supporting Actor, I'm gonna guess Edward Norton simply because I haven't heard anything about him doing anything in this. He has one shot in the trailer. He was nominated for Complete Unknown. I haven't heard anything about this, so I figure it's worth guessing he won't get the award. Next up is Best Actress. Oh, that is hard. We have Cynthia Erivo, Carla Sofia Gasson, I think, Mikey Madison, Demi Moore, and Fernanda Torres. I think it's going to be Fernanda Torres. Every other actress on that list has a really good chance of winning. But Fernanda Torres, I've heard nothing about. Moving on to Best Supporting Actress, we have Monica Barbaro, Ariana Grande, Felicity Jones, Isabella Rossellini, and Zoe Saldana. I'm not trying to be biased against The Complete Unknown, but I do think Monica Barbaro is the least likely to get the award. We'll see. For Best Animated Feature, this is the one I'm most excited for. We have Flow, Inside Out 2, Memoir of a Snail, Wallace and Gromit, and The Wild Robot. All of those are incredible picks for Best Animated Feature, except Inside Out 2. What is that doing on the list? We all know what that's doing on the list. I'm gonna guess that Memoir of a Snail isn't going to get Best Feature because too many people are going to vote for Inside Out 2. Moving on to Best Animated Short. Unfortunately, I have not got to watch any of these, which is really sad. I really wanted to watch all of these. I just can't find them. So I kind of have to just roll a crapshoot and say Beautiful Men, I guess? For Best Cinematography, we have The Brutalist, Dune Part 2, Emilia Perez, Maria, and Nosferatu. As much as I wish The Substance were on this list, those are some pretty solid choices, I'm not gonna lie. We're not gonna talk about Emilia Perez hate right now. We can talk about Emilia Perez hate later. I think Maria is the least likely to win Best Cinematography. There's my guess. For Best Costume Design, we have A Complete Unknown, Conclave, Gladiator 2, Nosferatu, and Wicked. Whew. That's hard. Like, I'm pretty sure that Nosferatu or Wicked is going to win, but I'm not sure which one is least likely to win. I'm trying to figure out which one is the most guaranteed, shoo-in, safest choice, and I'm gonna say Conclave, simply because they're all the same costume. I haven't seen the movie, so maybe I'm completely wrong about that. For Best Directing, we have Anora, The Brutalist, A Complete Unknown, Emilia Perez, and The Substance. I really want Anora to not win, and I really want The Substance to win. But I don't think it will. And I'm gonna guess The Brutalist is the least likely to win. For Best Documentary Feature, I have not got to see any of these, except I did get to see 20 Minutes of Sugarcane. So I kind of have to roll a crapshoot here. I tried to watch these, y'all. I'm gonna say Soundtrack to a Coup d'etat. Sure. For Best Documentary Short, again, I didn't get to see any of these. I tried. I'm gonna roll a crapshoot and say Incident. For Best Editing, we have Anora, The Brutalist, Conclave, Emilia Perez, and Wicked. And I'm gonna go with... Okay, Anora and Emilia Perez are the awards darlings this year. For some reason. I'm sorry. I did not connect with Anora in any way, and everything that I hear about the behind the scenes of Anora makes me hate the movie more. I didn't even hate it when I first watched it. I just thought, okay. I don't see the hype, but okay. I'm glad y'all are enjoying it. But everything that I hear about it just makes me think this movie is terrible. But it's gonna get all the awards. So, I'm gonna say Wicked is the least likely to get Best Editing, which is sad because there's some really cool editing stuff in there. For Best International Feature, we have Brazil, I was about to say Brazil, Denmark, France, Germany, and Latvia, and I just realized, no, those are the countries. Those are not the names of the movies. We have I'm Still Here, The Girl with the Needle, Amelia Perez, The Seed of the Sacred Fig, and Flow. Now, the thing is, Flow is very likely to win Best Animated Feature, and Amelia Perez is very likely to win Best Picture. So I'm gonna guess neither of those are going to win Best International Feature Film, but there's still a decent chance. I'm Still Here, I've heard some good stuff about. The Seed of a Sacred Fig, I've heard some good stuff about. I'm gonna guess The Girl with the Needle is the least likely to win because Amelia Perez and Flo do have a good chance. For Best Makeup and Hairstyling, we have A Different Man, Amelia Perez, Nosferatu, The Substance, and Wicked. It should be The Substance. Oh my gosh, that is some of the best makeup effects I have ever seen in my life. If it's not The Substance, it should be A Different Man. The entire plot of A Different Man is makeup effects. But if it's not that, it should be Wicked. What is Amelia Perez doing on this list? Nosferatu also has some great makeup effects. Yeah, I'm gonna say Amelia Perez is the least likely to win. I hope. For Best Original Score, we have The Brutalist, Conclave, Amelia Perez, Wicked, and The Wild Robot. How was Wicked eligible for Best Original Score? How did it have enough original score to... Okay. I'm going to say Wicked is the least likely to win simply because it has the least original score. For Best Original Song, we have El Mal from Amelia Perez. We have The Journey from The 688. We have Like a Bird from Sing Sing. We have Mi Camino from Amelia Perez. 2 from Amelia Perez. Congratulations to them. And Never Too Late from Elton John, Never Too Late. Sure, I'll guess that. Never Too Late. And for Best Picture, oh, this is not the last one. For Best Picture, we have Nora, The Brutalist, A Complete Unknown, Conclave, Dune Part 2, Amelia Perez, I'm Still Here, Nickel Boys, The Substance, and Wicked. Now, a lot of these movies are incredibly relevant to this moment in history. That's kind of the defining factor right now of what gets Best Picture nominations versus everything else. One of my friends was really disappointed that Sing Sing didn't get a nomination, and yeah, it's not quite as relevant as, like, Wicked, or The Substance, or Nickel Boys, or Dune Part 2, which are each about different facets of how our current society really sucks. Which is really sad, because Wicked has been around for 20 years. Have we just not fixed any problems in 20 years? With that in mind, I'm going to take a guess that I'm Still Here is the least likely to win. Now, Dune Part 2 has a good chance of not winning because a couple of Oscar voters came out and said that they just haven't seen it, which is, you know, honestly fair. There's a lot of movies to watch here, but also there's the thought of, like, if you're not willing to watch all of these movies, maybe you shouldn't be voting in that category. Maybe you should just, like, recuse yourself from that category. So that's kind of a toss-up between Dune Part 2 and I'm Still Here. It feels weird for a sequel to win Best Picture when the previous one didn't. I'm still gonna guess I'm Still Here. Moving to Best Production Design, we have The Brutalist, Conclave, Dune Part 2, Nosferatu, and Wicked. That's hard. Wow, those are all incredible choices. Ooh, that's so... Wow. I can't even pick which one I think would be most likely to win, much less which one would be most likely to lose. Oh, darn it! I'm just gonna go with Dune Part 2 because a lot of the Oscar voters haven't seen it. I'm sorry, I'm not really editing this video much because I've spent most of the day screaming in pain, and the Oscars are tomorrow. So yeah, there's not much time to edit this. For Best Live Action Short, I've not got to see any of these, but I'm gonna give it to Alien, because I'm Not a Robot is incredibly relevant right now, and The Man Who Could Not Remain Silent is incredibly relevant right now. Please give it to one of those. So yeah, I'm gonna say Alien just as a guess. For Best Sound, we have A Complete Unknown, Dune Part 2, Amelia Perez, Wicked, and The Wild Robot. I'm gonna guess The Substance is not going to win Best Sound, which is really frustrating. Oh my gosh, half the horror of that movie is in the sound design, and half of the tone of the movie is in the sound design, half of the plot of the movie is in the sound design, and most importantly, they finally figured out how to get dialogue to be audible and intelligible without subtitles. I could understand every single word without subtitles, and when I couldn't understand, when Monster Eliza was speaking, I knew I was supposed to not understand. And they put subtitles because they knew that you wouldn't understand. That is the best sound I've seen in decades. But no. Okay, to be fair, A Complete Unknown is a movie about sound. So great. Wicked is a movie about sound. The Wild Robot does have some great sound. I'm gonna guess Dune Part 2 is the least likely to win Best Sound. It does have some really cool sound stuff, but not nearly as much as all of the others. For Best Visual Effects, we have Alien Romulus. Fuck AI. We have Better Man. Oh, that is a shoo-in. That is going to win. We have Dune Part 2, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, and Wicked. I'm gonna guess Dune Part 2 just because it's not Better Man. You know what? Out of spite, I'm gonna guess Alien Romulus, because fuck AI. For Best Adapted Screenplay, we have A Complete Unknown, Conclave, Amelia Perez, Nickel Boys, and Sing Sing. Whew. I hate to say it, but based on those choices, I think Sing Sing is the least likely, says the person who's seen none of those. And last category, we have Best Original Screenplay with Anora, The Brutalist, A Real Pain, September 5th. That shouldn't be counted as an original screenplay. I'm sorry, if Nickel Boys and A Complete Unknown count as adapted screenplays, then September 5th is an adapted screenplay. For anybody who doesn't know, September 5th is a movie about the terrorist hijacking of the terrorist hostage situation during the Munich Olympics in Germany in 1975 on September 5th. The plot is about the journalists who abandoned their wow, I'm having trouble speaking today. The plot is about the journalists who abandoned their post to try to cover the story of the terrorist hostage situation. That's based on a true story. Just like A Complete Unknown is based on the true story of, it's not Elton John. I know it's not Bob Dylan. And the controversy around Bob Dylan going electric, and just like Nickel Boys is based on the true story, loosely inspired by the true story of two boys going to an abusive boarding school. Those are all adapted screenplay. Anyway, I don't know why September 5th is an original screenplay, but it is. And the last one is The Substance, which actually, the movie starts, the first thing you see in The Substance is the laurel for Best Screenplay at Cannes. The first thing they want you to know is, our screenplay rocks! And then they show you the actual movie, which I kind of love. Anyway, out of those options, look, Anora is really an awards darling this year. A Real Pain is an awards darling. The Brutalist is an awards darling. The Substance is an awards darling. September 5th is less of an awards darling, and I'm gonna guess that one's not gonna get original screenplay because it's not an original screenplay. Anyway, what movies do you think are not going to win the Oscars? I would love to see your list of trying to guess every Oscar winner wrong. I'm sorry for the lack of subtitles, but there's no way I'm going to be able to subtitle this thing. You can find these videos at... whoa, that's not how I end videos. Follow me on YouTube, Blue Sky, and Patreon at Movies and Heists for more movie love. You can get these videos early, except for this one because, I'm sorry, I'm recording this the night before the Oscars, and the Oscars are tomorrow. I can't put this one out early. You can get most of these videos a week early, and help fund my movie at patreon.com/moviesandheists. Special thanks to these patrons for helping to fund my movie.